Welcome back to the book reading series for Beyond the Story 10-year record of BTS. In each session, we take one section of the book, one or two sections, read it together, and then pause to talk about what it means, like the struggles, their turning points, and the moments that shaped BTS history. And today, we're moving into a section called Rules Broken, Then Changed, which explores how BTS and Bang Si-hyuk and Big Hit defied the expectations of the idol industry with the release of the track titled INEEDU. But before we dive into that, let's quickly revisit where we left off last time. Like in the last section, cottage industry production. We saw BTS crammed into a tiny studio, creating songs in real time and pouring their raw emotions into the music. And SUGA even confessed how suffocating that period was. And RM described his emotions as constantly collapsing and reforming. And the group BTS found themselves pushing forward on sheer desperation. And that production process gave birth to the most beautiful moment in life, Part 1 album, 화양연화 Part 1, also known as HYYH. But what they did with it next would prove even riskier. And now, as it turns out, the choices that BTS and Big Hit and Bang Si-hyuk made for the album's presentation were flat out rebellion. They took everything the idol industry thought it knew about how to succeed and tossed it aside. So this next section, Rules Broken, Then Changed, tells a story of how BTS risked everything by leading with INEEDU, a song and a music video that didn't look like anything idols were supposed to release at the time. Okay, so here we go. Chapter 3, Love, Hate, Army. Section, Rules Broken, Then Changed. With the most beautiful moment in life, Part 1, Bang Si-hyuk threw much of what was considered common sense or even rules within idol content production at the time out the window. Generally, idol groups would have a dance track as their album's title song, and there would of course be choreography performed by the members in the music video. However, the music video for The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 1's title song, INEEDU, has no scenes that contain dancing. What's more, the characters in the video roam around not elaborate sets, urban centers, or foreign countries, but what looks like city outskirts. The reason for this is connected to the video's contents. There are two versions of the music video for INEEDU. The official version, the final edited version submitted to the broadcasting company, and the original version released only on YouTube. The original version runs around 2 minutes longer than the official version, and those 2 minutes depict violence, emotional trauma, and so on, almost unheard of in the music videos of idol groups at the time. Within the Korean idol industry, experimenting like this was no different from intentionally trying to ruin yourself. In Korea, idols are seen as offering up a fantasy. In their music videos, whether the concept involves smiling brightly or rebelling against the world, in most cases, this is all part of the same objective, looking cool. Dividing concepts into fresh or dark, depending on the vibe of the visuals and the song itself, is also part of this practice. Aspects of reality are intentionally cut away a bit at a time. Only then can the fans accept the idol's content as a safe fantasy. BTS, however, brought something more realistic into the world of idols. This wasn't just a problem of the intensity of expression. The characters in INEEDU find themselves in dismal, oppressive circumstances in which nothing has been resolved, and the members vent the emotions they feel toward their situation, in which everything is becoming worse and worse. Until youth was accepted as a single idol music concept like it is now, it was hard to pinpoint exactly. This was, in all respects, almost alien to the fans who had gotten accustomed to the existing products of the idol industry. I Need You is only the first song of the Most Beautiful Moments in Life series, and in order to fully understand the ongoing storyline, fans needed to watch a variety of related footage, including the music video for Run, the title song for the upcoming mini album, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2. However, this was the only path available to Bang Si-hyuk. Just like the characters in their music videos, the members of BTS were lingering on the outskirts, unable to make it into the heart of the world they were living in, trapped between their uncertain position and a longing for success, an unresolved, suffocating situation. It was these emotions that made the Most Beautiful Moment in Life series possible. This was also why I Need You could come out as a song on its own. An ordinary producer could have chosen Jhope, which demonstrated BTS's intense choreography, as the Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 1's title song. In fact, until I Need You, BTS title songs had all had an intense atmosphere. Their performance at the Mama Awards at the end of 2014 further solidified this image. Despite this, Bang Si-hyuk chose to represent the album with I Need You, a song so relaxed it feels almost fragile, one that opens on a low tempo beat. The song's choreography even begins with all 7 lying on the ground, and none of the remaining members get up until SUGA's rap in the first verse is over. Likewise, it is not immediately clear what the song is trying to convey. Instead, from the very beginning of the song, a melancholy and complex emotion is conveyed through the lyrics. Fall, 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 scatters, fall, 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 falls. Of course, if you were to sing this, it will be more like fall, everything, fall, everything, fall, everything. 흩어지는 fall, everything, fall, everything, fall, everything. 떨어지는. I just love this song. Anyways, sorry, back to the text. I Need You captures the members' mindset at the time, which RM described as easily flying away, vanishing, coming together, crumbling again, being captured once more. These feelings repeating. However, I Need You was more than just an adventurous and risky experiment. When it came to this particular song, Bang Si-hyuk had conviction. He had decided that BTS needed to go beyond the boundaries of what they had done so far. BTS' unique style, encapsulated within their previous album, Dark and Wild, seemed to be floating in exactly the same space, repeating the same cycle. I Need You added a deep sorrow like falling petals to BTS' dark and gritty core. The title song, with its complex emotions, wasn't an ordinary choice within the idol industry. Bang Si-hyuk was sure, however, that as a song on its own, it would elicit a universally positive response from people. In I Need You, a calm and delicate sound is layered against SUGA's incensed rapping, and then, when the sound suddenly speeds up, he sings in a low and sorrowful voice. Sorry, I hate you, love you, I hate you, I forgive you, and shit. Of course, if you were to actually sing this one, it would be more like 미안해, hate you, 사랑해, hate you, 용서해. Shit, I need you, girl. 왜 혼자 사랑하고 혼자서만 이별해? I need you, girl. Yeah, you can see how much I love this song, right? Alright, back to the text again. With intensity and sadness appearing constantly alongside one another, listeners feel sad while also becoming more and more elated. Then, in the chorus, these emotions fuse together and explode. The way in which the drawn-out chorus suddenly switches to a powerful beat demonstrates the song's cathartic element alongside its explosive dance routine. The members were the first to show a positive response to the song. I Need You wouldn't be called hip hop or EDM or dance music of the kind that previous idol groups had produced. The members, however, intuitively accepted the song born out of the boundaries between genre and genre, emotion and emotion. Jimin reflects on when he first heard I Need You. This song comes on, then we hear the album's concept and the remaining tracks, but you could tell from the atmosphere that everyone was sure that the song was good and that the concept was also good. Jungkook even felt that it was too good for words. He adds, I was totally sure it would work. It was so good. So much so that everything that had happened until then crumbled away. And I forgot everything about you are in danger. Laughs. Jungkook also expresses the hope that I Need You gave BTS at the time. It was like this was the beginning, our beginning. And there's a footnote about what Jungkook just said here. You are in danger. That's the part of the lyrics from Dark and Wild's title song, Danger. Okay, so that was the end of the section called Rules Broken, Then Changed. But let's read one more section because it's still connected to the song I Need You. So, the risk didn't end with the song choice. To make I Need You resonate, it turns out the members themselves had to change the way they performed, not just singing and dancing, but embodying the emotions of youth. So that's where the next section takes us, a moment that comes once in a lifetime. Okay, so let's continue to read on. Chapter 3, Love, Hate, Army, this section, a moment that comes once in a lifetime. They had broken industry rules, and for the end product to be considered a success, BTS needed yet another new approach. With I Need You, Jin changed the way he sang. Until that point, I often used to over-sing, but when I did this song, for the first time, I breathed as I sang. During recording, I sang the whole song all in one go like that, and a few parts of it went into the actual song. At the time, it felt awkward, but it was the right thing to do. The dancing also needed extensive changes. J-hope explains. Before, we just needed to throw all our energy into the dance like, ah. But for I Need You, the way we expressed the emotions was really important. The choreography would only work if we expressed the sentimentality well, and so it was basically like half dance, half facial expression acting. To express the emotions, J-hope would imagine these kinds of things. It was like when I danced, I got into the character of a boy hanging off the edge of a cliff. I felt really anxious, like there was a lot at stake. I like that. The emotions that J-hope speaks of directly carry over into the Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 1's concept photos, as well as the film set for the I Need You music video. He reiterates. It was pretty unique. At the time, we took many shots of this and that, but I think I felt like I wasn't living as a celebrity, but as a person enjoying their youth. It was the same when I was going around filming with the other members, and maybe during the filming, I was thinking about anxiety and about a period of feeling lost. But it didn't much feel like a process you went through as a celebrity preparing for the album. RM felt something similar too. If I look back on it now, maybe something more could have been brought out of us. I had thought there wouldn't be anything like that after Danger, but that wasn't the case. And the presence of the song called I Need You was undeniably large. I think it started from a feeling of, oh, this might just work, and us wanting to try and create our most beautiful moment in life was hidden within our emotions too. Jimin explains the effect the members' emotions had on the filming of INEEDU. I think I fully immersed myself in the concept itself of the most beautiful moment in life. Doing it together with the other members was so good, and I kept thinking how this was such a beautiful moment that I really could call it the best in my life. By immersing myself in the music video's role like that, I was often told that this suited the emotions of the role well. The members identified a substantial part of themselves within the music video roles, and this allowed them, though they had almost no experience acting, to immerse themselves deeply in the characters. V still holds a role he acted in the Most Beautiful Moment in Life series in a corner of his heart. He says, I believed he was a person who had had no choice but to become evil. If there's such a thing as good and evil, he was a person whose situation meant he suddenly switched from good to evil. And so, when I look at the character, I just feel sad for him. In this way, before the later commercial success of the Most Beautiful Moment in Life series, the members had grown internally through its production process. Jimin reflects on filming the music video for I Need You. For me, it was just, I had always had this dream since way back, and that was why I was doing this work. But it was so good. Talking, singing, practicing the dance routine, filming while saying, we're the youth. We were basically doing the filming as one big group as well, and I was so happy we were going around together like that. Doing the one thing I like to do, no less. And so I got the impression that if I looked back on my life later on, I wouldn't be able to explain it without this part I did together with these people. This experience, working on the Most Beautiful Moment in Life series, became an opportunity for Jimin to grow as an artist. Comparing before and after the Most Beautiful Moment in Life, when it came to the image I presented on the stage, it was like I have found my balance. I think I had gradually found what I was good at. Jin became even closer with the other members. He says, during that time, my bond with the members got stronger. They were really like family. And we filmed the music videos like a movie, right? After watching it, it really felt like that for us members. Before, we just thought we were idols. But since then, when I think of the members, it feels kind of like we're playing the lead roles in a movie. A unified spirit began to emerge among the members. Jimin explains the atmosphere within the group prior to the release of the Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 1 album very simply as, I think our mindset of we can do it had grown much stronger. So that was the end of this section, a moment that comes once in a lifetime. And yeah, I Need You, the track was really something. And now that we have seen how the track broke the rules of K-pop and reshaped BTS image, just like the last time, let's bring in an outside voice. So music critic Kim Young-dae, in his book, BTS The Review, a comprehensive look at the music of BTS, gives us a professional perspective on why this song matters so much. So he says, this is an unforgettable song in BTS' career. When the lyricism of the initial exotic melody meets the sorrowful chorus, they create an intense and melancholic atmosphere. The overall impression of the song is memorable for its sentimentality, in spite of the tense progression created by the powerful trap beats and the rapping of the verse. In terms of BTS' career, this song was the first shot toward nationwide success for a rookie hip-hop idol. I quite like that. So, exotic melody, the lyricism, sorrowful chorus, and the melancholic atmosphere. Meanwhile, so there's like sentimentality, very obvious. But meanwhile, the progression of the beat is super tense, defined by the powerful trap beats, especially during the chorus when there's like boom, chicka, chicka, chicka. You know what I'm saying? After the chorus drops, the beat does its own thing, and then it progresses into RM's verse, right? It goes round and round, that part, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I really love the song. And if I think about, some of the reasons why I love this track so much is that, well, first of all, like the book says, normally idols led at the time, they led with the flashy dance track and filmed in glossy sets with choreography front and center. But I Need You refused all of that. Instead, the music video was raw, fragmented, and even violent in its original version. And in K-pop terms, this wasn't just risky, it was near self-sabotage, as this section described. Yet, it was precisely this refusal to play safe that perhaps set BTS apart. And the industry usually sells idols as a fantasy, perfect and clean and aspirational. But BTS brought something else, like reality, pain, suffocation, and even trauma, unresolved trauma, which is something that we have discussed in the previous section as well. And that realism blurred the line between performance and confession, which fans weren't used to. And in many ways, I Need You is the moment that BTS chose truth over image. And also, their team, like, for example, Bang Si-hyuk could have picked Jhope as a title track, which is an intense, loud, choreo-heavy, and surefire title track. But they trusted that I Need You, which is a fragile and melancholy track, that it would connect on a deeper level. And they were right. The song didn't fit any genre neatly. It's not hip-hop, not EDM, not idol pop, but it was rather hybrid, emotional, unpredictable. And that mix combination became BTS' new DNA. And I briefly mentioned the music video, but it had two cuts, right? The broadcast-friendly edit and the raw YouTube version. And that really marked the birth of the BTS universe, 세계관, the world. And for fans, following the narrative across videos like I Need You, Then Run became part of the experience. Suddenly the music wasn't just songs. It was actually became a story that you had to piece together. And I feel like what makes this section powerful is how the members themselves reacted. Like Jimin remembers immediately feeling the track was good, and Jungkook said it was too good for words, and even laughed that it wiped away all memory of danger. The track they worked so hard on, but wasn't accepted, with big commercial success. But most importantly, Jungkook said that this was the beginning, our beginning, and it actually did become a turning point for them. And for the first time, the members had to live the song. Jin, for example, changed his vocal style, learning to breathe rather than oversing. And J-Hope treated choreography like acting, embodying a boy hanging off a cliff, as he described. And Jimin described filming as one of the best moments of his life. And when it comes to V, he says he still remembers his character's sadness. And this wasn't performance as idol spectacle anymore. It was actually performance as storytelling. And storytelling is something that BTS is really great at. Also, it's amazing how even before commercial success arrived, the members themselves transformed. For example, Jimin found his balance as a performer, and Jin felt like they were no longer just idols, but lead roles in a movie, as he says. And Jungkook said it simply, this was the beginning, our beginning. So, yeah, put together, these sections show that BTS, their breakthrough, wasn't just about a hit single. It was actually about daring to be vulnerable and, reshaping their artistry and finding strength in each other. And I feel like I Need You, the track, wasn't only the song that broke the rules, as the book described. It was a song that made them believe they could succeed. Okay, so that brings us to the end of these two sections. Rules broken, then changed, and a moment that comes once in a lifetime. And what we have seen here is the fact that I Need You wasn't simply a hit song. It's the moment that BTS really discovered who they were, not just as idols, but as artists and as people, individuals. And I Need You wasn't just a risky title track. It was really a turning point that forced the members to perform differently, to think differently, and to grow together. Because before the world celebrated their success, they had to learn to believe in themselves. But what do you think? Now that you have listened to these sections, read these sections, do you feel like the risk of choosing I Need You instead of a quote unquote safer song like Dope, was it like the defining moment for BTS? And how do you interpret the raw realism of the music video I Need You? Was it a gamble that only worked because it was BTS, or did it really permanently change what what idol music could be? And for you personally, when you listen to the track and when you watch I Need You music video now, do you see it more as the beginning of their success, or rather as a snapshot of their vulnerability? So I would love to hear your thoughts. So share them in the comments. I always look forward to reading your thought process, opinions, and your takes. Okay. Next time we'll continue with the following section of chapter 3, titled Expectation. Okay, and continue to see how the story of the most beautiful moment in life continues to unfold. See you next time. And when you discuss, let's stay positive, respectful, and classy. Thank you guys. Peace and love. Bye-bye.